Okay, so let's unpack this. We're looking at a piece of hardware today that is essentially the central nervous system for any serious visual setup.
It really is.
We're talking about the PureLink SX2-8800. It's an 8x8 HDMI 2.0b matrix switcher. And let's just get to the elephant in the room. This thing costs $5,999.99.
Yeah, that price tag definitely puts it in a specific tier. This is not consumer gear. It's the backbone of a professional rack.
Exactly. So our mission here is to figure out what this 8.8-pound box actually does to justify that cost. I mean, an 8x8 matrix.
Right.
What does that actually mean in a practical sense?
Well, at its core, it's pretty simple. It takes 8 different inputs, think 8 different computers, cameras, whatever, and routes them to 8 different outputs, 8 different screens.
Okay, so you can send any source to any display.
Any source to any display or one source to all displays simultaneously. But the real question at this level is the quality. This thing supports full HDMI 2.0b and HDCP 2.2.
Which means it's pushing true 4K 60 at 4.4.4 resolution.
Exactly. So no color compression, no artifacts.
Right.
We're talking 3840 by 2160, even up to the cinema-grade 4.896 by 2160.
And that fidelity is crucial when you get into dynamic range. So it lists the full suite, HDR10, HDR10 plus HLG, and even Dolby Vision.
Which is, non-negotiable now. If your switch strips that HDR metadata, you've just wasted a ton of money on your sources and displays. This passes it all through.
Right. Now, this is where it gets really interesting for me. The mixed display problem. It's a huge headache.
Oh, yeah.
You have a brand new 4K projector, but you also have an older 1080p monitor you need to feed. What happened?
Usually the whole system just defaults down to 1080p.
Yeah.
The lowest common denominator wins, and your expensive 4K gear is kneecapped.
So how does this box solve that?
This is the standout feature, independent output scaling. Each of the 8 outputs has its own scaling engine built in.
Wait, a separate engine for every single output?
Precisely. So you send that native 4K signal to your main projector on output 1, and on output 2, the switcher actively downscales that same feed to 1080p for your other monitor.
And the 4K screen stays in 4K.
The 4K screen stays in perfect 4K. No compromise.
It's so huge. What about switching speed? The other thing everyone hates is that, that 2 or 3 second black screen when you change sources.
It addresses that too. They call it SDR seamless switching. The unit basically maintains a constant handshake with all the displays.
So it doesn't have to renegotiate every time.
It doesn't. The path is always open, so when you switch, it's just instant. No black screen, no lag.
Instant. Wow. Okay, so if it has all this processing power per port, can it do more complex things like a video wall?
You can.
Yeah.
Because the engines are independent. You can stitch displays together. You can create, say, a 2x2 video wall right from the unit.
Without a separate video wall processor.
Correct. The matrix itself handles the scaling and bezel correction. It just simplifies the whole rack.
Speaking of simplifying the rack, let's talk audio. I'm assuming if you have this setup, you aren't using TV speakers.
Definitely not. So it supports MPEG-H audio. But the key for installers is the audio extraction. It can pull balanced analog stereo or multi-channel optical audio right out of the HDMI stream.
So I can send the video to the screen, but route the audio directly to my amplifiers or sound system.
Exactly. No extra converters needed. It keeps the signal path clean and just makes for way better cable management.
Okay, so in a real-world setup, no one is walking over to the rack and pressing buttons on the front panel. How does it integrate with control systems?
It's designed to be totally invisible. It has native drivers for Crestron and QSYS, and of course, it has a web UI and an API for custom commands.
So the end user just hits a button on a touch panel that says presentation mode, and this box does all the heavy lifting in the background.
That's the goal. It's a bridge, a really powerful bridge between high-quality sources and a mix of different displays.
And to give people some peace of mind, it comes with a 3-year PureLink warranty, and it's a standard rack size. We also saw there's a discount code floating around, 5% off.
Which, on a $6,000 unit, every little bit helps.
It certainly does. So as we wrap up, here's something to think about. In a world where everyone is pushing wireless casting, why does a super reliable $6,000 hardwired matrix switcher still reign supreme for professional setups?
Because you can't cheat bandwidth. Physics is physics. When perfect fidelity is the absolute priority, hardwired is still the only way to guarantee the pixel you send is the pixel they see.
Physics wins every time.